So let's start with the first problem in projection of points. So the first problem is, so draw the projection of the points on the same XY line. So keeping convenient distance between each projectors. Name the quadrants in which they lie. So this is the thing. So here for that, they have given the first condition as A 30 mm above HP and 35 mm in front of VP. So in front, above. Okay. So second one is 35 mm above HP. So that is above, and 40 mm behind VP. Second condition. The third one is 40 mm above HP and on VP. So fourth condition. So 35 mm below HP and 30 mm in front of VP. Okay. The distance between the two lines is 10 mm or 1 centimeter. See here, it's 10 mm. And from here also, from this line to this line, the distance is 10 mm. That means the grid lines should be having 10 mm distance or 1 centimeter. The first condition is 30 mm above HP and 35 mm in front of VP. So from here, I'm going to start 30 mm above HP. So this should be 30 mm. Okay, right click and it will be coming out of the command. Select the auto dimension and 30 mm. 30 mm above HP. 30 mm above HP. And here put on point. Okay, so put a point on 30 mm above HP. So the width of this point should be 2 mm. 2 mm. Now again, take the line command. So from the same point, 35 mm in front of VP. 35. Just say here. So in the length. So in the length, just type 35. Enter. 35 mm in front of VP. Okay. So again, select this line. Change the width to 0.13. And here select the point and change the width to 0.2. Put a point. Okay. Now select the auto dimension. Select the dimension line and select that point. So 35. Okay. So first condition is done, but naming is not done. Okay. So we will do the naming. Select the text command. So here 30 mm above HP means it is front view. So the point is A. So I'm going to type it as A dash. Okay. So 35 mm in front of VP means top view. So here I'm going to type it as A. So this is top view and this is front view. Next condition, 35 mm above HP and 40 mm behind VP. Again, select the line command. So from here, 35 mm above HP, 35, 90. And from second, 40 mm behind VP. So that means 40 mm behind VP means it is also in the above the XY line. So from here to 5 mm above. Okay, so 5 mm above. Okay, so now make this line, two lines as a thin one. Now select the dimension, auto dimension 35 and select the distance between, because here we have one more point from here to XY line 40. Okay, so after that put a point. So 35 mm above HP and 40 mm behind VP. So above HP means it is top view. So we are going to name that. So this is point B. So 35 mm above HP, this is the front view, B dash. And this is the top view. Okay. So this is B. 35 mm above HP and 40 mm behind VP. So for solving this kind of problem, just remember a certain condition. What is that condition means? Very easy. So if you have a XY line here, if you have a XY line, so above and behind is above the XY line and below and in front is below the XY line. So please remember this concept. Above the XY line. Okay, so above the XY line, you will be having above and behind. Below the XY line means it is below and in front. These two conditions will come below the XY line. Okay, so two conditions are over. The third condition is 40 mm above HP on VP, on HP. the points will be on the XY line. Above HP means above the XY line. So above the XY line, certain distance, above the XY line 40 mm. Okay, so from here, just type 40, enter, and 90 degree. So 40 mm. 40 mm above HP on VP. So make this one as a thin line. Select a point here and here also, because it is 40 mm above HP on VP. That is the condition. Select the small dimension and select this line. Okay, 40 mm above HP, 40 mm above HP on VP. Okay, so we're going to name the text. So 40 mm above HP means this will become the front view, C dash, and on VP means this is the top view, C. Okay, front view and top view. As I said before, if it is below and in front, the points will be below the XY line. Above and behind means above the XY line. Fourth condition, 35 mm below HP and 30 mm in front of AP, that is D. So first we are going to take 30 mm in front of PP, because we let you know 30 minus 90, enter, and after that 35 mm below HP. So again 5 mm, because already 30 mm in front of PP have taken. So another 5 mm means it is 35 mm below HP. 5 and minus 90. Okay, now make these two lines are thin lines. Now give the dimension. Put a point. Okay, first put a point. Select a point. 35 mm. 35 mm below HP and 30 mm in front of VP. Now give the dimensions. Distance between from this line to this point, 30 mm. Again select the dimension from this point to this point. It is 35. Okay, so 35 mm below HP, 30 mm in front of VP. Select the text. So 35 mm below HP. Below HP means it is front view. So D dash. And 30 mm in front of VP means top view. This is T. Okay, so if we have any further conditions like this, A, B, C, D, you can solve here. Okay, you can solve it here. So here we have only 4 conditions. So A, B, C, D. And also they have mentioned, so name the quadrants in which they lie. So that also will do. A dash is above the XY line. A is below the XY line. In the first quadrant, what happens is, XY. In the XY. So front view and top view. Front view will be above the XY line and top view will be below the XY line. That is the first quadrant. Okay. So second quadrant, in the second quadrant, what will happen? So front view and top view. Okay. So front view and top view will be above the XY line. And in the third quadrant, so top view will be above the XY line. Front view will be below the XY line. Okay. So in the fourth quadrant, top view and front view. Okay. So top view and front view both will be below the XY line. These are the fourth condition. This is first quadrant. This is second quadrant. This is third quadrant. And this is fourth quadrant. Please remember, in the first quadrant, front view is above the XY line, top view will be below the XY line. In the second quadrant, front view and top view will be above the XY line. In the third quadrant, top view will be above the XY line and front view will be below the XY line. And in the fourth quadrant, front view and top view both will be below the XY line. So based on this, so we are going to decide point A. Okay, so point A. So here you can see front view is above the XY line, top view is below the XY line. So it is first quadrant. Okay, now we need to decide after solving these 4 conditions, we need to decide in which quadrant they are going to lie. So first point A, as we have discussed earlier, So if the front view is above the XY line and top view is below the XY line, so it is in the first quadrant. Okay. First quadrant. Point B. So if you observe point B, both front view and top view is above the XY line. So it is second quadrant. Second quadrant. And point C. And point C, you can see on VP above the XY line. Okay, front view is above the XY line. Top view is on XY line. So it may be first or second quadrant. Maybe first or second quadrant. Second quadrant. So when it comes to point D, okay, so here you can observe 35 mm below HP and 30 mm in front of VP. So below and in front, both in the, so you can observe the fourth quadrant. So here you can observe both front view and top views are below the XY line. So then we can decide. So it is in the fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. So this is how we can solve the condition, different conditions of projection of points in the sketchbook. Thank you.